About these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Into the story. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome all of you on Facebook. Once again, welcome all of you on TikTok and on YouTube. God bless you this morning. I was going to share a story before you came into the scene. The story is a very good story for all of us to learn from. The topic we are discussing this morning is marriage by force. Is it right for somebody to force you to marry? So difficult to get my background today. Everything I'm doing, I'm not getting my background. Look at them. So what is wrong with them that they have to let me suffer before? It's not easy with one production. Okay, let me go use the one I saw coming. And as at this time, I can't stop this video instant. Look at them. All right, so I've gotten an image. We'll have to manage it like that. I have to manage what we have like that. Yeah, it's okay. I don't look too bad. I look big. I look too huge. All right, so welcome to the road show. Once again, let me give you a motivation because in the next 5 minutes we have to start our topic, and I'll tell you the story I will share with you. So the motivation for this morning is that if you have the gift of life, appreciate it. Don't let anybody lie to you that getting what you want on earth is evil. Rather, remember that there is always a price to pay for the reward or the prize you are looking for. Work out your heart fully so you can pay the price for it. And some of us, the prices we are supposed to pay, some are very, very high-end prices that we are supposed to pay so we can have what we want. Some of us must forgo sleep so we can achieve what we want. I sleep. I'm one of the deep sleepers. The way I can sleep, I sleep that I don't know my left from my right. And waking up become very difficult for me. But I have to pay a price for the sleeping. I will end up losing who must help me. A connection and a contract that I need to have. I work in the opposite. I hardly sleep. So difficult to have a sleep. I struggle to have a sleep. But it's a price I'm paying for the money I'm looking for. Why will I sit down 2 hours? Because there is money that I've collected from people for counseling. And the shadow time is what I'm doing. Some are doing 10 minutes counseling. 5 minutes counseling, 15 minutes counseling. But a professional counseling is a maximum of 45 minutes to 1 hour. So I stay, and because of the proximity, when I was in America, it was easy because we have the same time frame. When you come back from work, we're able to do it. But here's the case that I'm now in Africa, Ghana, West Africa, Ghana, and I have to still do the work. So I have to learn how to sacrifice. I pray for you this morning that once you learn to sacrifice, you will enjoy the fruits of your labor. As you put in your all, you will come out victorious. No matter what anybody thinks, what will cause your enemy to clap for you is not when you throw in the towel and begin to cry your heart out. The enemy is not happy seeing you crying for what he has done. The devil is not happy when he hits you, you don't hit back. I don't know how you feel if you want to fight somebody and you hit the person is standing. You hit them, they are standing. You hit them, they are standing. I don't know if you've come to that level before. Those times when we're young, when you collect sand, and in your heart of heart, if you can beat the person, you are waiting for the person to hit. And if you can't beat the person, you are looking at the person hitting. And you know. So when it comes to the devil and the challenges that you are facing, every challenge you go through is expecting you to box them back. When they box you and you're looking at them, they don't feel excited. When they poke at you and you don't poke back at them, they don't feel excited. When they shout at you, you don't shout back at them, they don't feel excited. So in their expectation, in the eye of the mind of your adversary, their opposition, what they are expecting is shout back when they shout, fight back when they fight, hit back when they hit. And that is the price we pay for survival. This morning, you are alive. You are seeing my face. You are feeling a certain pain in your waist. You are feeling a certain pain in your hands. Your BP is not stabilized. Your sugar level is not stabilized. I came to tell you, fight back. Fight back. Fight back. That marriage is not working. That relationship is not working. That business is not working. Fight back. How do I do it? How do I fight back? How do I fight back? You only fight back by using logistical strength. You only fight back by using the necessary effort. You fight back by using the strength that God has given you. If you wake up in the morning and you are alive, somebody know that it is the first tool for fight. Fight against that sickness. Tell the sickness you are not here to kill me. Tell that sickness you are not here to end my life. I shall not die, but I shall live to declare the works of the Lord. Whatever timing they have set in your family, that nobody goes to school and graduate. Everybody will start school and will defer. Tell yourself, minus me, no matter how hard it is, I cannot pay my fees. I am owing left, right, center. Everybody sees me and they say the beggar is looking for you. I can't go to the beggar, not because of anything, because I am owing fees. You are not owing fees to pay by yourself, but if your children's fees have become a challenge for you, when you see the phone call of the headmistress, you don't know what to say. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Pay the price for the price you are waiting for. Pay the price for the price you are waiting for. There is a price to be paid for every price. And if you are learning from me today, I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Somebody to say, I am a fighter. Don't give up. Don't give up. I was running a lot of things in my head. And I said, I had a lot of stories growing up for my father. A lot of opportunities that my father had. He utilized some of them and missed some of them. And I have told myself, I am not a replica of my father. I carry the DNA of my father. but I'm living a life of a survival and a history maker. You didn't get it. So my DNA is my father's DNA, but the products that I am producing out here is from me and the work I am doing. Yesterday I was discussing with my wife what runs in my family: lawyers, doctors, preachers, teachers, litigants, men and women who are capable of surviving. Do you hardly find them falling victims to situations? This morning, my motivation for you is that fight back. When the devil shouts, shout back. Don't die in that condition. Hey, your husband is shouting on you. Your husband is threatening you with divorce. You are not the first to divorce. You are not the last to divorce. That guy who you think must marry you is behaving like you are the burden over his life. I came to announce to you, if there is anything you need to look for, look good, present yourself well. There is another person who wish to make you their wife. Will you try that one and see? Stop crying. Wipe away your tears. You have been denied the visa. How many times have you been denied visa? Is it the first time? You want to rise up and say, this is just the first denial. The next one is not a denial, but it is a visa in this passport. Talk back. Talk back. Talk back. The last point is that before you can talk back at any situation, you need to seek for protection. Know where you are coming from. Know where you are standing. Know what you are carrying so you can talk back. The world is a wicked place. Where men are guarded, wickedness can never be eliminated. Nobody wish you well. Nobody wish you well. If you are waiting for their compliments before you achieve, stop it. Stop fooling yourself. Don't wait for their compliment for your achievement. Achieve and they will compliment you. Achieve and they will compliment you. Achieve and they will compliment you. I was having a discussion yesterday at dawn around 12 with my wife. And when I say my wife, is my senior wife, of course. And the discussion was about this marriage game. There are people that they believe that they can marry your husband, but they cannot marry him. And there are people that believe that they can marry your wife, but they cannot marry her. Because the decision you make today to marry a certain man is needed the same second, minutes, hours to run that particular man or to run that particular wife. Nobody can marry your wife. Nobody can marry your husband the way you're married them. So hear this again. Don't wait for their applause so that you feel you are encouraged to go on. Achieve, and their applause will come. Achieve, and they will become the same people that will begin to clap their hands for you. Don't wait for the clap. But when you achieve, they will clap for you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And on this note, I want to welcome all of you to our road show for today. We have done so much well, and we are still doing the second part of our discussion that we had yesterday. We didn't finish. So you can call this the part 2 of the things that we said yesterday. And one of the things we said was, can marriage be a burden or a blessing? And it was very, very, very good that I had that time with you. This morning I'm back again. And in this new part 2 of this section, one of the good things I want you to learn is be ready for change, because change has come. Are you married? Are you single? Are you struggling? What is your status? Well, if you are single, why are you single? If you're married, why are you married? This morning, I believe that one of the things that we have not come to believe ourselves so much in is the conventions that we have added to the marriage industry. Conventions like buying your wife a car, conventions like buying your husband a car. They are conventions, but they help the marriage run. I was shocked to find out that the virtuous woman is a woman who buys a land and goes to show the husband about a land. Oh, yes. It's in the Bible. The virtuous woman we are looking for to marry is the woman who brings the salary and say, honey, this is money. Put it in your bag, in your pocket. It's not the woman that collects every day. It's in the Bible. Proverbs chapter 31, reading from verse number 10. It says the virtuous woman goes very far to look for food to feed the family, including the house helps. I was shocked to find out that the virtuous woman doesn't oversleep, wakes up early. That's serious. So looking for a virtuous wife to marry is very difficult. And we don't look for a virtuous woman. Keep this in your head. There are no virtuous women. There are only virtuous wives. So a virtuous wife who can find is not a virtuous woman. Oh, that's an issue. So the young women who want to become virtuous women, let me announce to you that it's not being a virtuous woman, but being a virtuous wife. And it's difficult to become a virtuous wife. Because a virtuous wife is different from a virtuous woman. But we marry women. Men marry women. So if you read the book of Proverbs chapter 31, verse number 10, it says, a wife of a noble character, who can find? Women, I clap for you because you are precious. We don't find wives, so, but he said, who can find? It means that within the history of the Bible, it is a contest that will have men finding themselves with a virtuous wife. I'm telling you. So, virtuous women. I see people do a lot of programs and virtuous women. No. Never look for a virtuous woman at all. Every woman that is married must grow to become a virtuous wife. That's the difference. So there's a difference between a woman and a wife. A wife is a woman that has been married. A woman is a female that is not yet married. So if you're comparing a wife and a woman, the only difference is that the bride price has been paid. So there's no virtuous man. No. I will take you through as we enter into the Valentine week. The positive signs and symptoms of a positive, virtuous wife. I read verse 10. It says, a wife of a noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Who can find? Have you found one? Have you found one? Have you found one? If you found one, come and learn how to keep her. If you too, you are watching me and you are a virtuous wife, you know. No, my sister, you know. Because the things that what a virtuous wife does for the husband, Oh my God. Are you doing it? Or you are waiting for what you are not supposed to wait for? There's nothing wrong in collecting from your husband. Oh. No, 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 no. But there's something wrong in telling him loose things like, did I say you to come and marry me? A young lady, whether was joking or was serious, told her husband, when the husband was complaining about something, he said, well, I'm sitting my somewhere where you decided to come and marry me, so stop complaining and do what you're supposed to do. The thing paid the man like urine. $1 too much. And he had to say, do so. And unfortunately for me, when a man said it, I happened to find the lady and I said, Charlie, I didn't catch you. The didn't you crowd. I was thinking, I'm going to my me. She said, me think about me and cousin to me, my show. Wow. Wow. I think. I was saying, yes, same he. You be so idea so abekasa. You be so idea no one kasa. What should you do? Is it like you ask no they give you? No. No. When there's a waste, you can talk about it. Because if you are really a good, virtuous woman, you don't waste. You don't cook rice and have kanzo as heavy as 1 margin of the rice. Because you see that the rice have 3 bats there. So when a man comes to talk about it, or kasa dia hundodo, or money a day, metima tomu. Madam, and them can unti. Or the comes like no, you don't say this. So that virtuous wife is different from a virtuous woman. I don't know. But well, let me say good morning to my driver. Driver, welcome. Is everything okay with you? I can't hear you. Please speak out.
Yes.
Can you hear? You can't hear. Yes, it's women affairs. So our discussion is, can marriage be a burden instead of a blessing? And I define a burden to be a load that is heavier than you. So it can be a load. You can carry it as a load until it becomes more heavier than you. Then it's not a burden. You understand me? So anytime you say somebody says I have a burden, this marriage has become a burden, then it has graduated from a load to a heavy load. So we are asking, what is the opposite of a burden? The opposite of a burden is blessing. So the opposite of a burden is nothing but a blessing. So my conversation with you is that, Barbara, thank you so much for joining me. This conversation we are having is that, can marriage be a burden instead of a blessing? That's my question for you. You are a woman. You are a female. You have met a lot of people who are married. And the last time you spoke to us, you told us that you lived in a compound house before. The life in a compound house, when there are people who are married there, teaches us a lot of lessons than these flats and bungalows we are living in. You know, in a bungalow style, you don't see anybody's house. When people are quarreling in their bungalow, it's difficult for you to see. They come out and pray and proper with the makeup and come and pass. But for compound house, there are a lot of things you learn. You learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we are saying, can marriage be a burden instead of a blessing? Please help us. We are listening to you.
Yeah, marriage can be a burden if you don't.
Please speak out for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for the opportunity.
All right.
Marriage can become a burden if you don't plan well and enter.
If you don't plan well,
yes,
and enter.
Yes.
So you are saying that it can become a burden from the entering or
before entering.
So it's like you are coming back again to accidental marriage.
It's like, we'll mention some of the accidents that could have been avoided if you had planned well.
Okay.
So Yeah, it's almost the same because the accidents are the burden.
Okay.
Accidents are the burden.
But if by the definition of a burden is defined as a load that is heavier than you. So a load is normal. Do you get me? Load is normal as we are walking. If my capacity to carry this phone is a normal load, when they add 2 other phones to it, then it becomes a burden. Okay. So if you are saying that the entry, it means that you have to enter before you know that this is a burden.
Yes.
So you made a statement one time. Is it the eating of the pudding? Is it the sweetness of something? Is it the sweetness of the pudding? Is in the eating?
Yes.
Do I remember that statement?
Yes. That's correct.
So you have to enter to make a mistake.
Yes.
You have
That's
to enter.
You feel the burden.
So then,
assuming, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Assuming you are dating a guy who is not financially stable.
Okay.
And then you ignore all this, and then you enter into the marriage. The two of you get married.
Okay.
Here is a case where the woman is gainfully employed, is working, and the man is not.
Okay.
We have some examples in society today. Some celebrity marriages are on the verge of breakdown. Some have actually broken down.
Dasani Kamel is broken down.
I don't want to mention names.
Well, this is on record. Dasani Kamel said she spent all her money in marrying Kanija and changing the place where Kanija was living. So that is on record.
Yeah. So the man is not working. Definitely, all the financial burden will come on the woman. At a point in time, it will become unbearable for her. So this is a typical example of a burden. Entering into marriage where the man is not working or gainfully employed. You ignore the signs and then you enter.
Are you saying it's wrong to marry fishing?
It's wrong to marry fishing. We don't eat fishing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Don't you hear the big women speaking in town marry fishing?
They don't know what they are talking about.
So you will not allow your daughter to marry a fishing man?
No.
Man with vision?
No.
Future MP from assemblyman?
You should be gainfully employed but with a vision.
Oh, so your entry requirement is that you should be gainfully employed but still have a vision?
Yes.
So if you are gainfully employed without a vision too, you are disqualified?
Yes, you are disqualified. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? When you go to interviews, they ask you that question. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Opening my own company.
That's a vision.
And leaving this company of your employment. You still want me to work with you for the next 10 years?
Yes.
So telling you the truth you don't like?
I don't like. How can you come in and
I wish to go for an interview and let them know that.
You know that on TikTok, they do this interview and then the applicant speaks the truth.
Yeah.
It is funny, the reaction from the interviewer.
Yeah, I'll tell you straight.
They say, why do you want to come and work in this for money?
Yes. That's correct.
But it's something that you never say if you go for an interview. You want to give drama.
Well.
And tell the interviewer what they want to hear.
So you tell them what they want to hear.
So burden. Yeah, that's burden.
So it means that you are saying that you can feel the burden because burden is felt before the marriage. So how many people will feel burden and will still go ahead and marry?
Yeah, you have a statement that you have been saying, MFS.
My fan is
yes. A lot of women are on the verge of losing their biological clock is ticking.
Who told them that?
But if you are 38, getting to 40, and you are there and you are single, is your biological clock not ticking?
But who even told you have a clock?
Science.
Science. So haven't you heard somebody delivering at the age 50?
This is not my portion.
So why are you rushing to go and deliver for?
It's not my portion.
Why are you rushing to go and deliver?
I'm not rushing. At 40, am I rushing?
But if you've not met the right pennies, why are you rushing?
I'm not rushing.
So you rush and go into just anything.
Yes.
Then it becomes a burden.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you have girls who have burdens like that. And they say, my happiness is the child. I've regretted doing what I did, but I've never regretted about the child. That statement is it right?
Yes. You see, the biological clock that we're talking about is, it goes beyond rushing. There's an age in every woman's life where you yearn to be a mother.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, but there are a lot of women who never want to become a mother. Then they have a mental problem.
You'll be in the minority.
Then you know what? Then what? Even if there's one, is a mental problem.
Be in the minority. Be in the minority, and there could be a lot of factors that may have,
influence
or contribute to the fact that the woman will say those kind of things. I don't want to give birth and all those things. I mean, it's not real. Every woman desires to be a mother, and at a stage in your life when the clock is ticking, you get scared that you may not have the opportunity to go through that experience.
But is it not anxiety created by yourself?
It's not anxiety.
Who told you you can't give birth?
Our body is different from yours. We have a lot of hormones that goes in and out and affects your daily life. So when we are talking, please don't be saying we are putting pressure on ourselves. This is who we are.
Yeah, but who you are. But if you are not putting pressure on yourself, what are you putting pressure on?
It's not pressure.
You want to. Your biological clock is ticking.
Yes.
Good. I am not against your ticking biological clock. But what the clock needs is a decent male organ or any male organ. So I'll ask you, what were you doing from age 1 to 40? What were you waiting for?
I was waiting for Mr. Right.
Do you know Mr. Right?
No.
So when will you know Mr. Right?
I know what is right for me. It's just that he's not yet.
But you yourself, you are not right. So how do you know what is right for you?
I'm right.
So if you are right,
yes,
why would you go for Mr. Wrong? Because 2 rights don't make a wrong, and 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Who says that all our choices are right?
So go and make a mistake.
There are a lot of women in town who have made mistakes.
So when they make a mistake, it becomes a bad.
One, born 2.
But that's okay.
It's okay for them. That's why I'm saying that they'll be excited being a mother and having children. From your own statements, they are okay with that.
Because if you are sitting down there, and it's funny, that I say this every day. Young girls, you tell them I want to marry you, they say no, me. Nobody's husband. I never. They say it. You meet them later in life, and you ask them the same question, and they tell you if your wife will agree.
That is because they've reached MFS.
So, well, this is the side. I'm not a woman. She said they have hormones. They have network. They have blood. And we have water. They have clock. We have time. Because clock and time, they are not the same. But if there's anything that we have to learn from what she's saying, how true is that? That you make wrong decisions because your biological clock is ticking. Charlie. Then you have a price to pay for such wrong decision. So for you, the burden is the entrance. Is that right? Or is one of them?
It's one of them.
Okay. So she's giving us one of the burdens. And I believe that once we have one of the burdens, we will work at or work with it. But is it true that somebody can see a burden and enter into the burden? You understand me? You can see this a clear burden. Then you enter into it. Clear burden. A disrespectful woman. A woman who doesn't value who you are. A woman who can talk to you just anyhow. Because you love them. A woman looking for Mr. Right. But not ready to be right. Or not ready to be made right. A woman who believes that right thinking men behave in a certain way by their standard. But unfortunately, they disrespect men. They assume that every man must bow to them because they are beautiful. In their assumption, actually for them, no man is capable of changing their status. You hear a woman saying it, me, even my father and mother cannot change me, how much more you? I think that it is very easy to be a woman, but it's very difficult to be a man. Unfortunately, I've not regretted being a man, but it's very difficult being a man. I don't want to change to be a woman because I've not been a woman before. But by what I'm seeing, what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, it's very difficult to be a man. Say your own. I'm telling you. And in the difficulty of being a man, it is dangerously difficult to become a husband. And as dangerous as it is for you to become a husband, you feel murdered becoming a father. You see that these things I'm saying, even on TikTok, I'm surprised that you don't have anybody to come and talk. 4.0K likes with 6 viewers. It's just a matter of telling you that the people on Facebook are encouraging you to speak. Those on TikTok are saying, shut up. These things, we don't talk about it. Can your marriage become a burden instead of a blessing? There are things we do, that we need to learn how to fight it. And like I said in my motivation, learn to fight back. People, friends, it's not easy. It's not. Oh, I'm the one telling you that it's not. It's not. And because it's not, usually we fight it because this marriage thing, we force it to work. Every marriage is not a burden, oh, but every marriage can become a burden. And I think that most of us, we have seen how marriage has become a burden to us. As we speak, is your marriage a burden? Is your marriage a burden? I don't know. Barbara, people are going through a lot. People are going through a lot. But they don't want to say it. They don't know how to say it. Or they don't want to say it. Well, it's a cherished morning. And I believe that we need to go deep into this conversation. Is marriage a burden? Or can it become a burden? Can it become a burden? Well, I'm back. Share with me your thoughts on marriage being a burden instead of a blessing. So share with me. I'm here. Share with me. I'll read your comments as it comes. Page is very quiet. I don't know why you cannot type. But by virtue of defining for you what burdens are, if you don't know what burdens are, then you've not found one. But as we speak, one way or the other, we find ourselves in the burden. But like I keep saying, to be a man is a problem. And to graduate from being a man to a husband is a bigger problem. And to stay in that problem and become a father is like, but it's a necessity. I don't know how you feel. But I think that between men and women, men suffer the more. Because women have truly not discovered their virtuousness as wives as compared to discovering your virtuousness as a woman. They are not virtuous women, though. And human beings can shock you. Human beings, they can shock you. And they can shock you to the extent that You'll be shocked you have been shocked. And usually when you are shocked, you have been shocked. You live in the state of shock and you cannot recover from that shock. So when somebody played a song and said to be a man, now wow, he was not joking. He was not joking. It was a statement of fact. How can I get rid, Connie, how are you doing, of this burden? So in the first place, can the marriage we are talking about becomes a burden? And that's it. I am expecting a lot of people to talk, but it's like the interaction is low and it's pushing me away to call it off. Because maybe, just maybe, many of us don't really understand why I come to teach some things. And when people don't understand what you're teaching, it makes a lot of worry for them to contribute. Maybe I'm the one pushing the agenda of marriage being a burden, but marriage is a blessing to a lot of people. There are people who can say today that if I didn't marry, I didn't know how sweet marriage was. Yes, that is good. That is good. That's very, very good. I'll definitely continue the conversation, but I'll go for a commercial break and come back. I'll go for a commercial break and come back. I'll definitely go for a commercial break and come back. And in this commercial break, it will not keep long. I want to work on my internet and come back just now. Don't go, please. Stay. Stay with me.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in me akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. is your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but this ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but this ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but this ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but this ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you
honey chips for your able support. It's not easy. It's not easy, but we have to do it together so that we can have some knowledge that we are acquiring becomes a better knowledge. Historically, there have not been a good record of our marriage system, the whole world. I believe that every statistics that you receive worldwide when it comes to marriage, apart from the biblical exposition of what story has been chronicled that we read, I believe that no statistics when it comes to marriage is right in any way for me. I'm saying this on the backbone of believing that we came to do this together just so that we will arrive well. But the inconveniences, the challenges, the problems that we face as a result of making a decision to marry outweighs our eligibility of staying in marriage. And because I believe very much in just one of the acts of marriages, because I believe in one, I believe in one of the reports of marriages as the only true authentication of marriage challenge that has ever been on earth. Unfortunately, that story is not believed by a lot of people, or they've not understood it. I have also come to believe that the reason why the marriage I believe in never worked was because we don't look for a virtuous wife. We look for a woman. But we have preached wrongly to men to look for a virtuous wife. And far from looking for a virtuous wife, we've also pushed men to believe that there is a virtuous woman sitting somewhere that you have to marry. And we have convinced the women to look for Mr. Right. I want to encourage you that if you're looking for Mr. Right, your marriage will delay. As a matter of fact, you can get anybody to marry you. Because I've said it countless times that there's no Mr. Right. It's not easy, but I will marry some. That's good. I like the confession. I understand where you're coming from. It's not easy, but you have to marry some. I understand that one. No, I understand it. Marriage is not easy, and marriage cannot be made easy. I'm not scaring you. Nobody can make marriage easy for you. I went through a certain phase at a particular time that I believe in myself that if I'm not married, what I went through, I won't go through it. But it was hard on me. It was difficult. I've also gone through a phase that it was not marriage that kept me. I could have not survived it, but I was kept by marriage. Ni says I have difficulty. Is it Ni Akwesi Saka? Ni Akwesi. Or Ni Akwe, sorry. Okay, Ni Akwe. He says, I have difficulty in choosing a lady. Good. You are not wrong. Like maybe Gladys said this morning when we were coming. You cannot identify a right wife. I'm not scaring you, but you can identify a right wife. There's no woman walking right now who knows she's a right wife. There's no woman. There's no woman walking unmarried who knows she is the right wife. It's deep. It's argumentative. It doesn't really sound that religious kind of style in your ears. Hit the screen, let's go and have a conversation. We need to talk, we need to learn. And some of us, we will learn to come and teach. I'm very grateful for those of you on YouTube and on Facebook watching me. And for those of you on TikTok, I'm still waiting for you. Hit the screens. Somebody says it's difficult for me choosing a lady for marriage. My brother, you will stay for long. Because the tools for choosing, what we are teaching you and what we have taught you, is not the tools for choosing a noble or a virtuous wife. Because if there is anything we can compare ourselves to, is the only marriage I believe is true marriage that hits our world. It's not the marriage of Priest Edinburgh. No. It's the marriage of Adam and Eve. That marriage, I believe in it. I understand the story of the reality of that marriage. And I've come to believe that that particular marriage, nobody can ever repeat it. And the reason is, if you're looking for a wife, and you think when you go to Central Region, you get a good wife, or when you go to Volta Region, you get a good wife, or when you go to Greater Accra, you get a good wife, forget it. There are no good wives there. It's difficult. It's difficult. I'm telling you, it's difficult to marry. The first thing is that it's difficult to be a male. I've not been a female before, but I've handled a lot of females. And I'm saying it's very difficult to be a male. And it is more difficult when the male makes a decision that male make to become a man. And when you move in that atmosphere of becoming a man, if you move in that atmosphere of being a man, like I said, to be a man, oh, to be a man, oh, now, oh, to be a man, now, oh, to be a man, now, oh. I don't know who played that song, but I think is it Dr. Pablo? That song is deep. You go face the world. Because if you are born a man, you are in trouble. So that song was played by Ramachi Dede. Let's enjoy this one. The dating pool is in a mess now. No one is single and ready. I go like go because man they just enjoy you. Now tell me say to be a man to be a man now wow.
When I was young, I tell my mother say, like I be man, I go like you because find enjoy you. My mother tell me say, to be a man, to be a man, now wow. You can make the man be troubles and trials. Be a man, be a man, be a my brother, be a man is not a dead job.
Good.
To make you not force yourself, be a man. Brother, you know, say, better than hospital. To make you not force to be a man.
Tell my mother say, like I be man, I go like go because man they enjoy you. Mother tell me say, to be a man, to be a man. Now wow.
I don't obey my mother.
I stand my own. See the place where I did now. Make you not forced to be a man.
Now I become a man.
Ah,
I get my wife.
I get my wife. Oh, I don't get to be.
Now I become
Come a man. I get my wife. Oh, I get begin. Oh, my begin they sick. Oh, my wife they job. Oh, I don't get money. Wait till I go do.
be a man. Be a man. Now wow.
Imagine the next story is very nice for you. Enjoy it. Just a few minutes, and I'll come back. To be a man. It's a whole narration.
There's no hurry in life. So far that they can make you know for yourself. To be a man, to be a man, now wow. There's no hurry in life. So far that they can make you know for yourself. To be a man, to be a man, now wow. Brother, if you see somebody they write in 544, when you know him, you because you don't know how you get that. But you know, say, I got the gift, now you take, you just play, God make you know for yourself. To be a man, to be a man, now wow. Brother, I got the gift, you they take you just play to God. Make you not force yourself to be a man, to be a man, to be a man. Now wow.
Be a man, wow. Be a man, wow. Be a man, wow. Be a man, wow.
Brother, before we go to work, you could face the world, troubles and trials. Make you not want to be a man, or not to be a man. It's not a joke, brother. There's no hurry in life, so brother, take time, make you know force yourself. When you wake up in the morning, you just pray to God in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. To be a man, oh, to be a man, oh, now wow. When you wake up in the morning, you just pray to God in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. God will help you make you know force yourself. To be a man, oh, to be a man, oh, now wow. Brother, you know, say, now God they give, now you they take, make you not force yourself, you just say to God. Be a man, oh, be a man, oh, now wow,
Be a man, wow. Be a man, wow. Be a man, wow.
you go face the world, so many troubles and trials. Your pikin go sick, your wife go up, you don't get it. What do you go do? Be a man, be a man, be a man, be a man. Brother, bear it in mind. Who Popo is better than hot naira? To make you know envy your brother. When you wake up in the morning, you just pray to God.
In the name of our Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. So,
So God will help you to be a man.
now, wow. Be a man, wow. And let's see the man at drum stick.
Your pikin go chop, your wife go sick. You don't get what be a man, be a man, be a man. Make you not fuck yourself, be a man.
I love the part that says,
There's no hurry in life.
your pikin
Brother, take
go sick, your wife go chop. So many trouble. Thank you very much, Amadi. This credit goes to Amachi Dede and the band. This song is a very old song, but the lessons within this song is a lot that we need to learn. And thank you very much, Amachi Dede. This is far back in the Nigeria time, and it's good. I have enjoyed the song myself. I'm looking for it, and I've gotten it. Now watch it here. So I was saying earlier on that it's difficult for you to be a man. I've not been a woman before, but I've fraternized and I've had a lot of times with men, with women. and I know how it is like. But when it comes to the level of carefulness and burdens and troubles when it comes into the world that we're living in, men suffer more than women. Well, you can say it's debatable, but I'm saying this to battle a lot of challenges that men are going through. And I'm not also saying that the dating pool is in a mess now. No one is single and ready. So I'm not, which means some guys and some ladies are single, but are not ready. That's what she means. The decision to marry is a tough one. It's a very tough one. Because everybody wants to avoid the burden of one time becoming a victim of divorce, becoming a victim and a challenge that you have to become a word in society. I don't believe that Sandy Kamel is happy for what she came to do. I don't believe that she entered into the marriage because she wants to come and disgrace herself. I don't think she invested into the marriage because she knew that this was going to hit the rock. Maybe she was tired of being single. Maybe she was tired of being single and ready and nobody coming. And she has a prim and proper mentality to live. So she invested into the relationship. Same like Kanija. Invested into the relationship. But it hit the rock for both of them. And it became a story that we all have to discuss. But I'm saying this, that between men and women, those who suffer most when it comes to maintaining marriages are men. So when it comes to people carrying burden, women might have their portion. But because there are those that we choose to marry them, men have more trouble than women. Because you are the one choosing her and she's accepting you. Listen, no man can find a virtuous woman to marry. So the seminars that we run and we say how to find a virtuous woman to marry, they are wrong seminars. Or they are displaced. The word wrong might be too strong. They are displaced priorities in terms of the teachings that we are given. Hear me? There are women that until you marry them, you don't know they are witches. There are women that until you marry them, you don't know they have a depth of wickedness deposited in them. There are women until you marry them, you wouldn't know how disrespectful they are. There are women until you marry them, you wouldn't know how demanding they are. With gross disrespect of requesting. Listen, like Amachi said, the sincere truth is that it is your duty to provide. It is the duty of the woman to ask. But it's so difficult to end up having a man over you in the wrong way of demanding what you want. It's painful. One of the things that every genuine man who has become a husband will never wish to happen to him is to have a wife who doesn't respect what you say because you don't have. Listen to me. A disrespectful woman can never be a respectful wife. A disrespectful woman can never be a respectful wife. Because hear me, if you are a disrespectful wife, it is coming out of you as a woman who doesn't respect. So if you find yourself as a wife that respects, it means that it's emanating from you being a woman who is respectful and have taken a decision to give way for authority to control you. Because you know the bus stops with the man. No matter what you say, the bus stops with the man. And because the bus stops with the man, most of us, in our quest to make headway, we end up complicating our stories. With the things we want to see in the life of those we want to see. Men are suffering in the capacity of a husband. Look, if you have not found yourself a woman called a wife, you don't know what suffering is. I repeat, you can only testify to a suffering as a man when you find yourself with a wife. Oh, yes. So I want to encourage women that when you have sons and you have husbands, you have brothers, when you are around them, encourage them, because it's difficult to be a man. I am not comparing a man to a woman. I'm comparing a man to creation. And like I said, we have fought a lot of battles, but you can't see it on us. I am a man and I meet fellow men on the corridors of conversations. And when I see any woman disgracing anyone, I feel for you that you are blocking a generation from producing the right thing that they deserve. It's unfortunate that in the difficulty of everybody, we still have to end up being raised by a woman. But hear me, it's difficult to be a man. So when you find yourself that marriage has become a burden for you instead of a blessing, check which man you got married to. Because men will forever make the mistakes of their life in choosing just a beautiful woman to become a wife. Because you cannot choose a wife. You can only choose a woman to become a wife. And their becoming a wife by virtue of the marriage is left with them. A virtuous and noble wife is made. But Bible says it's difficult to find. So until they finished writing that word, there was no virtuous wife. So Eve was not a virtuous wife. Adam didn't find, was brought to, but it failed in the Garden of Eden. And that's the only marriage, I believe by documentation, that is speaking the truth. Adam was struggling. Adam was going through a lot of predicament, a lot of problems. Hey, Oga wife, I miss you, Star Baby. Hope you're doing well, girl or woman. If you want to share with us, we can open the floodgates of conversation. Hear me. Adam, his performance with God was okay. Just that he was alone, cannot have any conversation with the animals. Adam didn't have the clearance of having a chat with the dog, with the cat, with the baboon, the snake, the ants. They were animals with no name. It was difficult for Adam. But God saw a need in the life of Adam that in your difficulty, I'll make for you a helpmate, suitable to be a helper for you. So when you go out there and work and come, you will find somebody who is suitable for you at home. It didn't work. The marriage of Adam and Eve failed because Eve wanted Adam to understand who she was. All of them gathered at times. Becomes a problem for us. But as it becomes a problem for us, we need to find a solution. Where is the solution? How do we find the solution? Is it possible to find a solution? Help us. if it's possible. To be a man. To be a man is not easy, I'm telling you. I don't want the argument of, do you also know how to be a woman? Is also, I don't want that argument, because I'm not comparing men to women. I'm not. I don't know how you're feeling. Do you feel for a man? Do you feel for your father? Do you feel for your mother? But do you feel for your father more? Do you feel for your brother who will always have to come to you? Before he feeds his family? How do you feel? How do you feel when your brother will have to come to you before he gets money to pick a car to go to work? I went to CJ's birthday party and he was appreciating the sister that when he started working, he has to go to the sister every day, that the sister will support her to pick a car to work. Hear me. To be a man is difficult. So when you have the upper hand to allow a man mistakenly to marry you whilst he has nothing, be careful. Counselor, being a woman too is very painful. You have to wait for your man to propose marriage. Yes, I agree. That shouldn't be a pain because it puts value on you. Waiting for a man to propose to marry you is a value added to your being. I believe that the way the marriage in the garden failed was because Adam never proposed to Eve. Eve was brought to Adam by virtue of being manufactured for Adam. So there was no process.
You go face the world, so many troubles. Troubles that pass. Your pikin go sick, your wife go wrong. You don't get money. Now where do you go to? To be a man, to be a man, to be a man.
It's not a lie. I agree with you that waiting for a man to propose to you is painful. But what do you want? You want to tell men that you love them? You want to propose to the man? Can you be in charge? I believe that if Adam could have gone out there in the midst of a lot of women to choose, Eve could have been a choice, but not a wife. There are a lot of Eves that now we've gotten into our lives as wives. And every day of their life, they are contemplating, every day of their life. They are contemplating how to eat the fruit. They are seriously contemplating how the forbidden fruit has been positioned in the garden. How can you put a fruit nice like this here and tell us not to eat? How can Adam live in this garden 10 years ago and has never touched this fruit? How? 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 I feel so painful when a woman does your wife, a loved one, a side chick, a baby mama, offends you. And is not ready to say sorry, but ready to justify. It hurts. It hurts badly. To every man, it hurts. Even when a man is wrong, it's nice. So a friend of mine yesterday said, the wife is hurting her. And I said, so then I'll come just on the corridor. She comes like me. Oya, the man here me ya me. Let me say, dang. I see between go see and you won't thank you that. Oh, it looks trivial. He says, I dropped my wife in the office. She will never say thank you. As if she thinks it's her right. She thinks that that is her right. Hear me? You might have a right, but the end of your right is somewhere. To be a man is not easy. To continue to become a husband is worse. And to be a father is murder. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So imagine this song says, a cool kobo is better than a hot naira. It's a deep statement. A cool kobo. You get to a stage with your wife where you've gotten to not andropause, but for what you are going through, you believe that sex could be one of the augmenting tablets that when you take, it will soothe your wahala. And you hear, not in their voice, in their posture, I can't do it anymore with you. That's the last time I asked you to feel that. How do you live with a woman who has broken up with you in her heart? But you're still supposed to be a man over her. Men are suffering. And they suffer the more when they're husbands. And they feel murdered when they are fathers. No man can find a virtuous woman on earth. The Bible says that for a virtuous wife, who can find? It's a risk. It's a risk. Oh, it's a risk. So let's not take the risk. But marriage can become a burden for you. Marriage can become a very huge burden that if you don't take care, you will lose heaven. I said the marriage I believe in this world, that I can use the story to tell other people how they should behave, is the marriage of Adam and Eve, which was settled by God himself. But it failed. It failed. The marriage between Adam and Eve failed. I'm telling you, it failed. So how does it sound? When the thing that the Ogboro himself initiated failed, how much more the one that your Newport has initiated? And I'm saying that the process by which God did it, could it be the reason for the failure? Adam never went around to propose, but I'm just thinking, when he came to the new wife after the death of Eve, how did he get it? Did he propose? How did Adam get a new wife? Because this second one was not manufactured for him. My brother, let me encourage you to stay focused. Don't die. Don't. My brother, let me encourage you that it is well. My brother, it is well, oh. Because to be a man is not easy. To move from being a man to a husband is dangerous. And to graduate in looking for a woman who will become a wife is appalling. And to be in a marriage and become a father is heartbreaking. I will never compare men to women. Because if you compare a man to a woman, you are sick. You are very, very sick. And your sickness will be difficult to be cured. And even if there's a cure for it, it will be difficult for the pill to be taken. To be a man, to be a man, to be a man, to be a man, to be a man. A certain man's wife told me, my husband has prayed all the prayers. My husband doesn't sleep. Oh, there's no sin I know my husband is doing. But nothing is working for us. This is a worried wife. But the worriedness of the wife doesn't change the situation of the man. Hear me. If you don't have what it takes to feed yourself, don't be a fool to do a marriage. Because you being a man, even with that marriage alone, is a problem. How many of you have gifts from fellow men? When a chose come, when a told you, boys, here, maybe. Ibisa, me, I don't have. I can't remember the last time anyone dashed me money. I'm telling you. And you see, it's so painful that you don't have money. And your wife has money. That she will use now, but she's not ready to give you. Yes, because you don't have what it takes to pay. So I'm telling you that to be a man, not a husband, is a whole problem on its own. So don't become a husband if your manhood is not functioning, not your male organ, your manness, the virtue and capacity of being a man. If it is not fixed, don't become a husband. It's expensive. It's suicidal. It's haram. When you find a woman who has pity on you, when you find a woman who wants to support you to make it, when you find a woman who believes that your life is important and you need help, don't smile. Cry. Cry. Ushia oba. Wadi ya ni mobo. A peso boa bema su mensre. Travel and see. Some men can't talk because they have been shattered by women through the law. I met a young man who says the counselor 2 years now. I'm fighting overseeing my own son. 2 years in court. I'm fighting overseeing my son, not collecting my son, but just for my eyes to see my son. I am paying fees. I am giving whatever they need. When they call, I send them money. The mother doesn't even want to hear my voice, but he's collecting my money. And to see whether my son is growing naked, growing fat, growing slim, it's been difficult for me.
Brother, if you see somebody they write in 504, make you know help you because you don't know how you get up. Brother, you know, say, I got the gift for now you can take you just play God take you for yourself. To be a man, to be a man, now wow. Brother, I got the gift. Now you can take you just play to God. Make you not force yourself to be a man, to be a man, to be a man. Now wow. To be a man, now wow. To be a man, now wow. To be a man, now wow.
I am not comparing men to women, but I'm trying to get a picture. How can marriage be a burden instead of a blessing? And in choosing the woman you want to marry, no man can make the right choice in choosing the right woman. You will always choose a woman, but she decides to become the right one as a virtuous wife, as a noble wife in the marriage. Is the way my mother trained me. Is the way I'm married to my wife. Like the marriage is gone. You understand it? There are some of us that whatever we want, we get. There are some of us that they don't deny us, because denying us is an offense, regardless of the process. So I say it every day. If your mother will use everything she has in this world, sell her cloth, forgo her job, retire from business to take care of you, and today you become the man that a woman is appreciating, it leaves a toll on you to believe that if my mother gave up everything to make it for me, why shouldn't any other woman do same? This is why most men are suffering. So when your mother takes care of you alone without your father, you get a deficit mental deficiency to run your life. So, counselor, so those enjoying their marriages, is it due to lack or prayer? Both. Lack and prayer. Because everybody must submit to a certain deity. So maybe your prayer is to Almighty God, or your prayer is to a certain lesser God. Because a deity must control what you go through. If you pray, you will never get a good wife. If you don't pray, you will never get a good wife. Meaning what, counselor? Prayer doesn't provide a good wife. Prayer may provide a good woman, but whether she will become a good wife, a virtuous wife, is left with her, because there's a difference between a woman and a wife. And we don't marry wives, we marry women. So Bible says a virtuous wife who can find is scarce. So I know February is coming. A lot of us are going to do a lot of seminars, building a good virtuous wife for the generation. There's no virtuous wife. Nobody. And those striving to become virtuous wife in marriages, they are being polluted by the corrupt serpents in our time. I said, this thing, I'm going to teach it, and it will become very, very annoying. Because listen to me. If Eve could have stayed focused, still had a conversation with the serpent, but be focused, for the reason being that she was told why she was brought into the life of Adam. I repeat myself. I'm very slow today teaching. I will start. No man can marry a virtuous wife. We will strike hard to marry a woman, because there are no virtuous wives and there are no virtuous women. God never created any woman to be virtuous. But God has given the ability to women that after the enactment into the corridors of marriage, they can become virtuous wives. So God created a perfect woman that Adam saw, admired, and felt that I have a company away from animals, away from dogs, away from chimpanzees, away from serpents and creature, and away from God. Adam had constant fellowship with God. But what Adam felt for Eve has never been felt for God, because that which was in Adam was removed to manufacture Eve for a purpose. But look at it. Eve was told why she was created. Eve had a clue why she was brought into the garden. Eve had a clue why Adam will have to go and work in the garden. But she lost it. She lost it. She had opportunity to become a virtuous wife, but she lost it. She became a nagging wife. And the same Bible says that it is better for you to live on the top of the roof than to be in the same house with a nagging wife. There are things I can't stand personally in the life of a woman. And if I'm going out with you, it's more too hard, challenging me when I'm talking. I tell people, look, if you talk to me and we talk, and I tell you, shut up and listen, it means that I'm helping you. But if you feel offended and I keep quiet, I don't talk again, don't be happy. You are talking and I keep quiet and listen to you, and it's okay. There are no virtuous wives. Virtuous wives are made in marriage. And the way they serve is mind-blowing. So Eve lost the reason for being brought into the garden. Adam was in the garden for 10 years before Eve came. And God told Adam 10 years ago, before Eve was brought, about the garden and the tree in the middle of the garden that should not be eaten. Not about touching, not about weeding under, not about taking the dry leaves off it, not about pruning it. Jane, thank you for coming. But Eve entered the garden in less than 10 years. Focus on the tree in the middle of the garden in the absence of Adam. Me, I want to know everything. If you love me, you don't hide anything from me. One of the things that personally hurts me is to ask me foolish questions. No apologies. And I say foolish questions because you demand to know everything. For example, I'm sitting here, I'm doing live. I'm sitting here doing my life. And you are calling me. I don't respond. Then the next thing is that I see a message from you. Well, I know it's not my turn. I know you are surrounded by women who are stopping you from picking my call. So when you're done with them, the things like us can also be addressed. But the reason why I'm calling you is important. So please return my call. Thank you. In the first place, if you believe in my ministry, if you believe in my ideologies, if you believe in what I do, you should know I'm live. You should know what I'm up to. You should know that I'm on Facebook Live, I'm on TikTok Live, I'm on YouTube. So I can't pick your call. But if you assume that there are other women around me, that is why I'm not able to pick your call. And you conclude and insult me. I look at you like you are wicked. You are selfish. You think about yourself alone. Nobody else matters. Somebody made a statement that it keeps hitting me hard. So, unfortunately, I don't listen to people's call when they get phone calls. So apparently he was sitting with the woman. And a phone call came. And he picked the call and said, I'm so busy that I can't come to where you are. I'm in a serious meeting right now. So let's see if I can do it for you on Friday at 11. So the one at the other side responded. So fast forward. His biggest mistake was when he picked the call, he mentioned the name of the one who's at the other side, which is foolishness in the first place. Hello, counselor. That's stupidity. But that's what he did. And the woman happens to know who that person was. It's a fast forward. About 3 weeks' time, the man meets the guy and he goes like, hey, you two. So the day you are giving me the itinerary that you are busy, you cannot come to me. You are with Charlotte. Hey, you and Charlotte. He said, how do you get to know? He says, oh, she told me that the day I called you, she was with you. And you said you will come and see me on Friday. The guy said he broke down. He smiled, but he broke down. Are you stupid? Where Jimmy? Why did you go and say this? And when the guy came back and confronted the woman, honey, Kevin said you spoke to him and said, the last time I spoke to him about coming to do the work for him on Friday, you were with me. He said, oh yes, but was I a lie? Said, but why will you tell him that? Is it wrong for me to go and tell him that? Was I not there? He said, but the fact that I'm talking to him, why should you go and tell him I was with you? Oh, right now, it's wrong for you to be with me. So telling somebody I was with you, oh, then I'm sorry, I'll call him and say, I'm sorry, I told him you're with me. What is it? Is it a trick you do when you're with other women? He said, the guy said immediately, he held himself as a man because he was just about to slap the hell out of her. Yes, that is how painful, that is how it is. To be a man is difficult. especially when you surround yourself with beautiful, senseless, stupid women. They make your life more difficult on earth. You are broke and you're telling them that I don't have. Oh, I am spending too much. Oh, I want to pay their fees. When I was coming, the car broke down. I want to do this. When you are telling them, you are not telling them to pay you back. Just words of appreciation. Just thank you is a trouble for them. Some can open their mouth and tell you, but who sent you? I was my somewhere when you decided to come and marry me. And so, we are talking about, can marriage become a burden instead of a blessing? The woman will say it's the man, but no genuine man will say it's the woman, because it is our duty to provide. It is our duty to lead. It is our duty to make sure that things will work and run the way God wants them to run. Because even God, the marriage that he himself officiated, failed. It failed. So Proverbs 31 verse 10 says, a virtuous woman, a noble wife, a virtuous wife, a noble wife, who can find? No man can find. It's difficult for us. Very difficult. As if to say, when you love a woman too much, she makes a fool out of you. As if to say, they don't want to be loved. As if to say, women believe in the conventions that are attached to marriages than the reality on the ground. What happened? That the Garden of Eden itself, the marriage in there failed. I believe that in the first place, Adam never chose Eve. Eve was given to Adam. The biggest mistake. He didn't rap. Number two, Eve never concentrated on the reason why she was brought, but was looking for auxiliary itineraries in the garden. Constantly, she sat close to the forbidden tree and was asking questions from wrong person. Maybe she asked the husband, and the husband said, "When soon the koye day?" And person meaning, I don't know, person back at me. Why? What at all are you hiding? Anything I ask you, you don't want to tell me. If others will ask you just now, you will answer them. As for me, I don't know what I came to do in your life. That is why you find it so difficult to tell me what you are supposed to tell me. But well, remember, me too. I am your wife. Remember, me too. I belong. Remember, me too. I'm able to do it. Yes, me too. Me too. You ask me foolish questions and you expect sensible answers. It's very painful to be a husband. Not just that. Painful to be a man, but you can't be any other thing but a man. So I will encourage you again. If you are just a man and you have not fallen a victim into the trap of being a husband, relax until you are fully prepared to tolerate the act of a woman at home when she's not ready to be a virtuous wife, but just a wife. And it is not wrong for a woman to be just a wife, not a virtuous wife. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be worried. Never be worried if your wife is not noble, is not virtuous, but she's a wife. Take it. Because virtuous wives are difficult to come by. A friend shared a story, and I said it here before, that she took 100 Ghana cedis from the wife because genuinely he was broke. Look, there are times that I walk to the ATM with the hope that I'm going to pick up some money. I go there and the ATM is not working. And like me personally, I don't have anybody I call to give me money. To be a man, to be a man. And when you find those who, by virtue of something you do for them, they begin to support you a little bit. They want to take advantage of you. They want to dictate to you. They want to tell you what they don't like and what they like. They want to choose your friends for you. They even want to choose events that you can attend and the one you can't attend. How can somebody tell you that I'm Thomas, they will shako baby by Nyaha, Mefanko, Matadi and for Matadi and go? Me the Munso de Ako, I mean Tatadi of you. That's a woman telling a man this nonsense. I pray that we will get to a point where we understand that I'm not being biased, but I'm bringing a picture of a pain that men are going through away from prostate cancer. Between us, our fellow men don't like us. Oh, yes. It's difficult for you to call your fellow man once, twice, and still want to pick your call, especially when they know your state. Like I say this every day, I go through a whole month, nobody dash me money. Everything is by me. Everything is by me. I am not complaining, but there are times that it's nice to have a relief unknowingly. And the worst of it is that the demands, they shouldn't stop. I encourage a woman to continue demanding. But a virtuous wife buys a land and takes the husband on it and says, this is the land I bought. It's part of being a virtuous wife. And I said, from next week, God willing, from next week, Tuesday, if all things being equal, I will table one after the other in the Valentine week for you. Or in the Valentine week, I'm going to teach a lot. I will not be discouraged with your attendance, but I'm going to teach a lot. To be a man is not easy. And to cross over from being a man to become a husband is more dangerous. And to be able to produce as a father, you will cry. When a man cannot pay for rent, it's a disgrace. And a woman cannot pay for rent, it's a challenge. Should I repeat? When a man cannot pay for his rent, it's a disgrace. When a woman cannot pay for her rent, it's a challenge. Why? Because the rent is not supposed to be paid by women, even when they are single. May God give men help not help of mockery. Your phone is cracked. Your phone cannot be heard without an earpiece. You have nobody to complain to. Your car is not functioning well. You have nobody to complain to. You speak small on your mouth. But that's not to a wife. A wife will have a husband to complain to. Oh, yes. That's what I'm saying, that have you ever thought of what really caused Adam and Eve to lose the garden? A place of comfort, a place that they had a peace of mind, a place where God comes once every day, 3 o'clock, to come have a worship time with Adam. That's all. Adam go and work in the garden and come back. But when you come back at 3 o'clock, God will come and have a worship with you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. I give you glory, Lord, as I honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy. I don't understand why when Eve came into the garden, God never added Eve to the worship time he has with Adam. I say, when a man cannot pay his rent, it's a disgrace. When a woman cannot pay her rent, it's a challenge. I met a friend who was sharing with me that December. I sent him a message. I didn't have a response. I called him. He didn't return my call. I met him, and he told me what he's going through. He said if he has been able to go through this in December, he believes that he can go through the rest of the years. But it was difficult. I told you in my motivation this morning. Whatever is fighting you, fight back. But before you fight back, stand well. Men will promise you they will fail you. Your wife can fail you. Your husband can fail you. You invest all you have in your wife, and she doesn't even invest 1% of what she has, not in you but around you. You go through Christmas without getting anything from her, not even a handkerchief, not a common handkerchief from your wife, and it's okay, it's normal. But if you don't do as a man, you are stingy, you are not caring, you are not romantic. A whole year, you can't even buy me a wig. A whole year. But if you are asking the whole year, where have you been? Have you not been with me the whole year? What don't I do for you the whole year? Even this Christmas, if it is not you that you are in this house, the things I have bought for the house, will I buy it? I don't waste much of my time. 2 hours, 35 minutes isn't enough to let you know that men are suffering. To let you know that to be a man is not easy. So if by any means, by any chance, you have the opportunity to support a man, not in return for anything, not in exchange for anything, but rather the ability to continue giving respect to a man. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't disrespect a man. When you insult me, I will insult you back for you to know that insult is painful. Wow. 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 Am I also not a human being? When you insult me, don't I also feel it? Wow. So a young girl is living in a hostel somewhere in Adabraka. And a certain man does the payment of the hostel for her. And it's a single room, nice. So the man once a while will go and visit her. And the lady started misbehaving. So then the man said, hey, you changed these days. He said, when he said you changed these days, then the girl said, I've changed because you want me to change. So what have I done? Don't ask me. These are the exchange. Then he said he took it lightly. Then he left. But conditions became very, very bad. So for 2 terms, he was not able to settle the hostel fee on time. So spoke to the landlady and said, I'll come and pay. So let her be. He says, during the time of not having the money to pay the hostel, my God, words of badness below. Your children and your wife are living somewhere, but I am embarrassed here. As if to say, Ordenika. So he said, he became pissed off and asked her, "Me de oka." Now see, hey, am I living here alone? I say, yes. Oh, you are telling me you're living here alone? When you go and roam and you want a place to come and have your fun and open your legs, where do you come? Is it not the same place? So why is it difficult for you to pay the hostel fee? Is it not the hotel you have chosen to use me? He was shocked. He said, straight ahead. He went to take a loan and went to the landlady and paid full year and told the landlady, I cannot pay again. So after this term, she will pay herself. And he didn't hide it from the lady. Went to tell the lady that I want to pay the whole year for you. But after this year, I won't pay again. And now I've known that I come and sleep here, I come and sit here, I come and sit with you. And for that matter, I need to pay the hostel. I will have to watch how many times I come here so that I shouldn't be like I rented a place for myself. He said, the lady said, well, good advice. It will help you. So from the whole academic year, he's not passed through the hostel. And the girl doesn't care. But anything she needs, she will call. My sugar is finished. My Milo is finished. My water is finished. And he will supply. He says, counselor, meaning fee, what should I do? Because the painful thing is that I love this young girl, but she doesn't respect me. She feels she's doing me a favor. And I told him that I'm sorry, but you've taken a decision, a harsh decision. not paying the hostel again was in anger. But for her disrespecting you, I don't buy it. You are a man and learn to forgive her. As for going to visit her, it's not bad, the decision you've taken. But once you paid for the 1 year, go and sleep there for 1 year before it expires. I told him this. And as for her not respecting you, she will never respect you because that's how she is. Don't force yourself and die for her. Then I ask myself, why will he behave like Sarah? Why? Yesterday, my papa was sharing with us a young lady that was receiving $3,000 every 2 weeks from a guy who is going out, and a month was $6,000. This girl didn't consider the $6,000 as anything like a support. Still goes to the guy's room, and when there's $100, she will steal. When there's $50, she will steal. The guy was waiting for her after work to come, only to see this girl in her camera stealing $100 from his drawer. The only thing he was able to tell the girl was that, I think you should pack your things and leave my house. I can't live with you. An MP told me something, a member of parliament, said, took a certain girl, a celebrity in this country, for outing. And he got down from his car to go and use the washroom. To go and use the washroom. Good. Keys in the car. To go and use the washroom. When she came back, she saw that his small purse had been tampered with. But he didn't think that lady can do that. But when they got to the hotel, he realized that the 100 Ghana he has in the purse, about 20 of them had been taken out. He didn't talk. He didn't ask the girl. But was complaining. Purse in $100, 100 Ghana cedis. Hey, it was full. It was 5,000. Oh, that's a CR. Say, man, someone talk she. And the lady was saying, man, who's out to BB? I said, we'll be on Friday. I mean, I'll be crying for you. He said, oh, no. Fast forward, they went to live in the hotel. They stayed there for 3 days. He had euros in his pocket that he was hanging. He didn't find it. The 3 days he spent with the lady, they were not spending money because he has paid for everything. But they were coming back and he got to a filling station, want to fill his tank. He has some 550 Ghana cedis notes in the other pocket of the purse. He can't find it. So he has to buy the fuel with his card. He loved the lady, the celebrity, and they were going. But they got on the way, and then the lady said he wanted to buy cassava and snails. But he didn't have money like he told the lady. Buy it when we get to Accra, I'll reimburse you. And in the reimbursement, when she took it back, the young man said, the honorable said he had a phone call. So he sat back in the car and was watching the lady buy the cassava and things. There she pulled out of her bag the 50 Ghana cedis fresh notes. Stole the money from the MP. The MP didn't say anything. When he finished, he was smiling. He said, so how much did it cost? He said he bought things worth 1,800 Ghana cedis. He said, wow, thank you. When they got to Accra, went to drop the girl with the things, the cassava, the yam, whatever she has bought. He said the MP, didn't even buy one tuber of yam. The lady bought over 20 pieces of yam. Was expecting that when she was removing the things, she say, Honorable, with the upper, she took everything. The next morning, Honorable, it is saying, I hope you had fun with me. We have to repeat this trip again. It's a nice trip. My money, the 1,008. Because I don't have any money. That's the last money I used. Honorable said he felt like, this girl is wicked. She's wicked. Honorable said, he asked her, so the yam, have you eaten all? Oh, they are here. Oh. I gave some to my friends, and I'm expecting my mother to come and take her own, and my sister to come and take her own. Why are you asking? He said, they asked her, so me, you give me some. He said, but we're working. If you want some, why didn't you ask me to buy some for you? Whoop. Charlie. And baby, in Mukasao. When we are Berman, Sika, they are taught the Obisa, I do want money beer. Who's your own and I'm in one casa, won't be man. Munim Casa, men are suffering. The MP said, okay, Mate. Then he only sent the Mumu money, 2,000 to the girl. Whoever has money, will always have money than you. They'll do when we do when you send the 2,000 to the girl after stealing a lot of money in his bag. And he told himself, over between me and this girl, onyami, onyami da wadabrabo. That's how this girl have lost the MP. Men are suffering. To be a man, it's not easy. So when any man appreciates you and supports you, learn to say thank you. Can you can see that somebody's Mimi, one of the things that pains me in this world is to send you money and then I come and ask you scan on Zakayana. I feel stupid. Unye jobin gumbotum. Me macho scan on Sanfra say, me send you one. Sa. Usika dos untimedia fiano po unsaba. That I give you money and come and tell me who's Kebi media or media semafa. Yes, there's a small boy who came, who was sent to my office, and when he came, I gave him 10 cedis. He saw me the next day. He didn't greet me, and I greeted him. I said, hey, good afternoon. How are you? He said, fine. I said, hey, so you won't tell me, oh, good morning, sir. Thank you for yesterday. Or you think it was your right for me to give you money when they sent you? You are very stupid. I told him, you are a man, learn. Want to make a thank you. Okay, then. What's your summer? Okay, then. Hey, then. And I did it on. Want to make a medasi. Obia to Kwanko Abrucha to Duku Duku. What you a bushing for? I hear the Aqua Abrucha to Duku Diaba. What and young Mianka, what fra Abrucha Dukuda? Medasi Crya. Is that Uji? When you remember that you are Omakumu, any ya, whom you obey, won't be born, Obona, I bet you, won't be Yanish. Say no chair no chira. So marriage can be a burden for you instead of being a blessing. But I believe that men and women will have a lot to learn. And I'm saying that there are no virtuous wives on the market. Virtuous wives are made in the marriage. If you want to be a virtuous wife, reach me on 0277 609 644. It is not a popular message to bring everybody on TikTok. No, they won't come. No man can find a virtuous wife in the market to marry. You find a woman, but virtuous wives are made. And God says it's difficult to find a virtuous wife. So we'll marry the mistakes. But hopefully, we would hope that in our dischargement of duty, as struggling men who have become husbands and fathers, we'll end up seeing that the women we married have become virtuous wives. Be a virtuous wife. If you are married, be a virtuous wife. If you intend to be married, plan to become a virtuous wife. No man should look for a virtuous wife. Do your own. And let's see if they can prove themselves as virtuous wives. Thank you for being with me for 3 hours. It's not been nice. It's not been cool. It's not been enjoyable. Everybody is busy. I see to say I'm the only free person. But I enjoy it. Thank you for coming to TikTok. My counselor, marriage benefits the man more than the woman. Anna Meyale. Abra Unyale. But if you say marriage benefits the man more than the woman, I don't know which angle you're coming from. But the beneficiary of marriage, sincerely speaking, is the woman. The reason being that the woman was created for marriage, not the man. So men don't benefit from marriage like women. If a man doesn't marry, it's not a burden to society. But if a woman doesn't marry, it becomes a burden to society. We'll go into that tangent too in our next lecture. But I'm grateful, Abner, you came to join me and was very interactive with you. I see you have a lot to offer. Thank you for coming. You can subscribe to my YouTube page, Counselor Lutrot TV, or follow me right now on Facebook, Counselor Lutrot, so you can get alert when I come. And on TikTok, it's Counselor_Lutrot. I have a lot to share. And I know in my heart, I mean well. So please, come and learn anytime you see that my video is up. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good night. Please follow me on TikTok. Nobody has gifted me. Yes, I know. Now the gift doesn't come anymore. Unfortunately, I'm not here for the gift, but it's nice to feel encouraged when they are dropping gifts for you. Now it doesn't come. Maybe it's my timing. Maybe I come at the wrong time. But when I finish my video now, I can go immediately to other videos. I'm telling you. And there are people who seriously are doing TikTok. And they are not offering anything. But a lot of people are watching them. It makes it very difficult. Whether it's good to do the right thing or you continue to do the wrong thing. Well, I will continue to do the right thing. I've gotten 400K before. Yes, here. So I look at it like maybe the timing. But I'm okay. I'm grateful. Let's enjoy it. Enjoy me whilst I'm alive. Don't come and celebrate me when I'm dead. Because as a matter of fact, your celebration at my graveyard will not help anybody. Once again, let me say a happy belated birthday to my president, your president, our president, Honorable Yao Friend in the United States of America. We are celebrating here to the end of March. And all of you who have your birthdays in February, I wish you a happy birthday in advance as well. Those who are celebrating today, I wish you a happy birthday now. My media relation coordinator, Doreen, Free, was born on Valentine's Day like Efia Schwarzenegger. So their birthdays cannot leave my head. So Efia and Doreen, happy birthday to you in advance. Next week, by this time, we're celebrating you too as well. And I know that Olivia, 28th February is your birthday as well. This year, do you have 28th February? Yeah, we are 28th February. So this year, Olivia's birthday is 28th February. We'll celebrate you as well. Thank you very much. Have a good day. I'll see you again. Bye-bye. My brain.
Michael, we support the immune system. Yeah, Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Let's not go be able to go in the
Because support my boost your phone in our immune system. Hey, that's a Viking t-shirt. Mato t-shirt. The pamba be fan kind of. You t-shirt to go, mommy.
Boss, champion, boss, Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Michael, supporting the immune system.
And your well-being.
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya wona fi yare. Yamfa yare nso nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma, and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055 000 5077 055 000 5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support. Yare yo, yare yo.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.